Now a short poem. Walt Whitman wrote this poem to honor Abraham Lincoln, who led this nation through the turmoil of the Civil War and brought an end to slavery. Another very old poem I'm privileged to read for you today. It's called "O Captain, My Captain." O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wreck, prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting. Why follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring? But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. Oh Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills. For you banquets and ribboned wreaths, for you the shores are crowding, for you they call the swaying mass their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear Father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip the victor ship comes in with object won. Exalt those shores and ring o bells, but I with mournful tread walk the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold, and dead. Hope you enjoyed that. Any who are watching or listening. Hi folks, with Stalin Greyhawk here. Thought I'd just share a little Sasquatch story. This one from my family, my nephew specifically. This story's well over 20 years old. My nephew's in his mid-40s now. At the time, he was in his mid-20s. So, at least 20 years ago, possibly quite a lot longer. But he's right here in New York, south of here, where I grew up, a town called Candor. And he and two of his friends were having a bonfire on my brother's property, which is a farm. And they own lots of property for haying, and because they have lots of horses and animals they need to upkeep, and several ponds and lots of heavy forest. Anyway, they were way in the back of this property, being typical boys, but bonfire, drinking lots of beer, having good times. And they had one of the family dogs with them, which is a shepherd. Not scared of nothing. His name was Storm, I think. And they're having a good old time, and suddenly they all hear a thud, thud, thud coming from the wood line. Something hitting the ground very hard. Now this caught the dog's attention almost immediately. That started barking and running up towards that wood line. Well, as soon as it got to the wood line, it immediately turned tailed and ran back to the boys with the fire. Again, thud, thud, thud on the ground. And my nephew shined his bright flashlight up there and got eye shine. He says this was at least 7 to 8 feet off the ground. And once that flashlight hit whatever was causing that eye shine, it sunk down to like all 4 levels and charged them. They, of course, panicked. The dog immediately jumped into the back of the pickup truck the boys got in, so the dog beat them to the pickup truck. They get in the pickup truck, start it up. Thank God it wasn't Hollywood, because, you know, the truck wouldn't have started. But no, it started right up for them. And they peeled out, and then my nephew says, and his two friends back him up on this, the whole story. They could see it in the taillights right behind them, running on all fours, hairy and a very pissed off looking human-like face. They had to get through a gate up ahead. You know how pastures are divided a lot. Well, they were in a big old pasture near the edge of the woods, so they got near the other end of the pasture, and they have to come to the gate. The truck has to be stopped. Someone's got to get out of the truck and open the damn gate. Meanwhile, this creature's chasing them. Well, they did do that and got through the gate and left it open. And he says they didn't see the creature after that. They were panicked, and they drove right back to the house. It's like 2 a.m. They woke up my brother. They wanted the gun. They said, "We're going to kill Bigfoot, Dad." And of course, my brother, like a lot of people, has no belief in that whatsoever. You saw a bear, boys. You're not going to go kill a bear. Just leave it alone. And to this day won't believe him. So there's a little Sasquatch story from my family. As I've said in previous videos, I've never laid eyes upon one. I don't want to. I don't need to. But I found the evidence. It's amazing that right here in Ithaca, just like Scott Carpenter has said, folks, these beings make incursions into the populated areas too. You don't need to be out in the wilderness to find one. Now, you're probably not going to have an eyewitness encounter with one this close to the city, I wouldn't imagine, but maybe you can. Maybe I did. I've already mentioned that in a previous video. Saw someone walking in between trees or something, and it was only briefly from about 100 yards away. Anyway, hope this audio came through okay. Nice calm day today. Beautiful. Didn't get any tree knocks. Keep on keeping on, folks. Be good to each other. Fishtail and Greyhawk, signing off.